What's good, my people? What's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all doing today? I'm Big Tone, one half of the Chronic OGs podcast. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Chronic OGs podcast. Once again, I'm Big Tone. Shout out to my little brother Smitty, the other half of the Chronic OGs podcast. Before I get started, could you please hit the subscribe and like buttons? We really want to grow this platform. I know we're learning a lot, but it's fun. So please hit the like or subscribe buttons if you like any of the episode, like the content, more uplifting content to come in the near future. But first, I have to do my last election episode. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way we had hoped and probably expected a little bit. I think the polls had us fooled. I just wish we had somebody in there that had even talked genuinely about unity and bringing folks together. But it's going to get a lot worse now with a autocrat, wannabe dictator, fascist ass, divisionists, and insurrectionists. But you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I hope Trump do something right for all people, not just the billionaires or the people that's in his cult. But you know, as I go through this episode, I got a few things to say. So the first thing I'm gonna say is I'm gonna talk about some points I thought that were good reasons why the election didn't go the way of the Democrats and things they could have did. I don't think they talked about Project 2025 nearly enough. But I think more importantly, this one really stuck with me. This should have been easy. So they kept referring to the Democrats and inflation and gas prices, which has nothing to do with the president, and grocery prices and this, that, and the other. Although Trump did not have a plan to fix those things, to attack those things like Vice President Harris did, the fact that they feel it happened on the Democrats' watch is their fault. See, this is what's wrong when people of color don't do their fucking research. Check this out. None of the surrogates was out there talking about this. I heard Obama talk about it being his economy, but nobody ever went here hard. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. The inflation and higher food prices and everything was a direct result of COVID-19. It messed up the supply chain. All the logistics was messed up. People couldn't get their goods. Everybody know what happened. Everything was off the shelf. So peep game. Inflation, the inflation rate at the end of 2020. So right towards the end of Trump's term was 1.23%. And then at the end of 21, which is the end of the first year of the Biden administration. So he's trying to mop up all the stuff he's dealing with with COVID spreading and everything. So of course, inflation rate gonna go up. Y'all will see the correlation in a minute. So 2020, 1.2%. 2021, at the end of Biden's first year, 4.7%. At the end of 22, now COVID is on its shit right now, 6.5%. At the end of 23, with the help of Trump, where Biden was able to get people push the vaccines, mask, everything. Now, at the end of 2023, it was at 3.4%. Year to date 2024 is at 2.4%. Do you see the correlation? Before COVID, 1.23%. After COVID, 2.4% and going down. No one harped on this. This should have been harped on every day, all day. Every time somebody brought up gas prices in a debate, grocery prices in a debate, anything. This is a simple stat. I'm not a politician, and I don't have a team. And the fact that that wasn't just killed throughout the 100 and some days of her campaign is mind-boggling to me. It's just simply, this should have been easy. Is it? And of course, the Democrats playing softball, when the Republicans playing hardball. We don't want to stoop to their level and all that. Now, sometimes you got to get it out the mud. But this ain't even out the mud. I did a Google search, and it was right there on the U.S. economics page. And nobody killed this. It's crazy to me. Every time they have brought up high food prices, here you go, it's because of the pandemic. Look at what it was the pandemic before the pandemic. And then look what it was, look what it is after. And it's going up. But I'm going to tell you one thing. When Trump get into office, watch the shit skyrocket. Number one, that tariff shit, we're going to pay that. Number two, when it comes to that shit. Number two, we're going to also get killed when he give more tax cuts to the corporations and they supposed to send them down to us. But instead, they letting people off and getting higher bonuses and all that. We already talked about that. Another thing is the foreign policy. You can say bye-bye to Taiwan. You can say bye-bye to Ukraine. You can say bye-bye to NATO. You can say bye-bye to us being the strength and looked upon. No, because he's going to try to do it all on his own. Like an isolationist. That's what he's going to try to do. So, that's one thing. So another thing I want to go over is the Project 2025 kind of summary, so to speak. So for those that think Project 2025 and what they want to do with Project 2025 and everything won't affect them, I got some numbers for you. So Project 2025 is the entire federal bureaucracy, including independent agencies, will be placed under the presidency. Now they just won. I believe they going to win the House. So they won the Senate. They won the White House. Might as well say they won the Supreme Court. If they did win the House, we about to get as close to a dictatorship as we have in my lifetime. And I'm 53 years old. Watch what I tell you. One of the things is abortion. No more abortion pill, more restrictions, possible federal ban, abortion ban. Immigration, mass deportations. So let's get the effect on the mass deportations. Guess who's going to pay for that? Us. So the effect that a mass deportations have, number one, is it's going to cost billions of dollars to deport 11 million people, like he's trying to say it is, or more. He said 15 million, but hey, he's president. So the other thing it's going to do is all those agricultural jobs that we as consumers, y'all want to see prices go up. Watch what happens. I don't know none of my buddies that's willing to go out there and pick no damn strawberries. It's in 85-degree heat, sun beaming, 95-degree heat in Camarillo, California. I don't know too many of my buddies willing to do that. Picking oranges down in Florida with the humidity busting their ass. Those are the type of jobs they do. So I get it. Make a legal path for mass deportation. And what are the terms of the mass deportation? Like what do you have to be or not be? Right? So let's go with climate and the economy. So they're gonna be slashing research for renewable energy, more cuts to corporate taxes, and they want to abolish the Federal Reserve. See, y'all ain't know this shit when y'all was voting because of a goddamn stimulus check. But I digress. Tech education, they gonna ban pornography, eliminate gender terms such as abortion and reproductive rights and transgender, all that propaganda they want to. It's gonna be pretty much illegal to use those words. They want to ban those words. So the last thing I want to talk about is the election demographics. Right. So we'll go down each segment. And then I'm going to explain why those of you that fit that category that voted for Trump, how this affects you. Okay? White men, 60% white men voted for Donald Trump. So of that 60%, I'm sure some of y'all are husbands, brothers, got girlfriends, companions, cousins. And you know what? People that need emergency reproductive services before they die of sepsis and all that other stuff, that doesn't have a political preference. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 50 of y'all whose daughter, sister, girlfriend, wife, fiance, companion, side chick to the side chick, the jump off to the jump off to the jump off, whatever, is going to need emergency. I'm not even talking about I don't want the baby no more. I ain't even talking about that. Or I never meant to get pregnant or something like that. And I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the ones that has to have some type of procedure that is banned. And she gonna pass away. Don't start crying. Don't cry. You did that. You did that. 53% of white women voted for Donald Trump. Y'all in the same boat as what I just explained. Some of y'all gonna need some of these emergency services, some of these emergency procedures that has to do with being pregnant or having a miscarriage or whatever the case may be. Don't fucking cry. Don't fucking complain. You did that. See, my daughters, all 5 of them, got every right to fucking cry and complain and do whatever the fuck they wanted because they did the right thing. They wasn't worried about a woman being in charge like a lot of other people, men and women. But I'm not done. Black men, my brothers, 21% of y'all voted for this motherfucker. Did you see any of us up on the stage when down in Mar-a-Lago while y'all out there cooning for his ass? Did y'all see any of us on the stage? Nope, all white folks. Goes to show what he really cares about the black people and the black vote. But y'all sitting up there worrying about talking about Kamala Harris ain't black. That's what y'all say. 21% of you motherfuckers voted for him. Y'all fathers, brothers, uncles, husbands, boyfriends, side dudes, whatever. 21% of my brothers, no, y'all not my brothers. 21% of y'all voted for him, man. And y'all talking about shit, they ain't do nothing for black. It wasn't a Harris administration, number one. Number two, she came up with a black agenda with a black economic plan. What was Trump's plan? Give y'all some stimulus checks that he didn't even give y'all? He actually held the goddamn checks up because he wanted their signature on them, although half the people was getting goddamn direct deposit anyway. And y'all voted for this clown? And you ain't seen that one. Byron Donald, you wasn't up there. Tim Scott, where y'all at? Y'all gonna get a seat y'all gonna get a seat at the table? Or y'all gonna be serving the table? 7% of black women. Sisters. What the fuck was y'all thinking? Which I was jealous because it was a sister about to be the most powerful person in the world, and she was married to a white dude. Was that it? Was it the stimulus checks? I just explained that. Was that it? Have y'all lost y'all fucking mind? You're the ones he hate the most because he hate women of power, and he definitely hate black women with some power. You. And 7% of y'all voted for this clown. Now let's get to the lecture at hand. Latino men. Latino women, only thing I'm going to say is Roe versus Wade. Roe versus Wade. Especially when, not even just Latino women, but all women, when y'all living in lower income areas, and the care isn't as good, y'all gonna need those services, those procedures. And if you wanted the ones that voted for Donald Trump, don't complain about it. Don't cry about it. Sorry, apologize. And let me get to my last subtopic. Latino men. 55% of y'all voted for Donald fucking Trump. 55. And a lot of y'all, the majority of y'all, damn near all of y'all are the same ones he want to deport. Whether you're legal or not. 50%. The way he shitted on Puerto Rico, Mexico, anybody, and 55% of y'all, that shit ain't had nothing to do with policy. That had a lot to do with y'all that you definitely didn't want a black woman being the most powerful person in the world. I lived in Arizona. So I've been around a lot of, I've been around the Latino community a lot. I lived in Arizona for 20 years. That motherfucker ain't gonna do nothing for y'all. 55%. And he want to get rid of 11 million of y'all? Some of your cousins, brothers, sisters. He gonna just snatch kids away from their parents? And y'all cool with that shit? And not to mention, y'all are fathers. Y'all are husbands. Y'all are boyfriends. What's gonna happen when your little senorita need one of them emergency procedures and she don't get it, and she pass away like Amber Nicole Thurman or the young ladies in Texas? Don't cry. Don't be sad, because you could have did something to prevent it, or at least to help prevent it, or at least to try to prevent it. You could have did something about it. Nah, you voted for Trump. You got to deal with that shit. I'm gonna be okay. But y'all that voted for him, not one person I know voted for him. I bet not see nobody fucking complain, cry, nothing. I'm gonna look at you, start laughing, and be like, dumbass. He got you. Because the only thing he wanted was your fucking vote. People of color, the only thing he wanted is your fucking vote. Let's see how many black people or Latino people or people of color he put in his cabinet. See how many, not to mention what the fuck he gonna do to the Supreme Court. Justice Sotomayor is getting a little old. So what she gonna do what he gonna do to the Supreme Court? Y'all ain't think about that bullshit, huh? The way they trying to pull back on voting rights and all that other stuff, and y'all was cool with that. Not to mention this motherfucker had people talking about he can relate. I don't know no dude that got 34 felonies convictions is walking the streets. None of my homeboys. 34 felony convictions. All of his cases, but he just took the Constitution, ripped it out the little glass case, wiped his ass with it, and put it back. That's what he did. He's not going to be prosecuted or be punished for any of the obvious crimes he made. Watch what's about to happen with Ukraine. Watch what's about to happen with Taiwan. Watch what's about to happen in the Middle East. Watch what's about to happen with NATO. Watch what's about to happen with our allies such as France and Great Britain and Germany and Australia. Watch what's about to happen with prices when he tried to fucking put those tariffs on stuff. Watch. Huh? Did he have a plan that all you people that voted for Trump that never bought a house before, did he have a plan to try to get you your first home in the next 4 years? She did. All you brothers that didn't vote for her, did Trump have a plan to help y'all start a new business? Legalize weed so we can get into that industry more? She did. All y'all looking to have a baby in the next couple of years, did Trump have a tax credit in place for y'all? $6,000 to help y'all get on your feet, cribs and all that other shit? She did. I believe we failed. I believe we failed the country. Vice President Harris wasn't the best candidate we ever had, but she damn sure was qualified. And she damn sure was I didn't hear Trump talk about unity or uniting people not one time. That's all she talked about for the past fucking 2 weeks. And that didn't matter. Bringing folks together, whether you MAGA or not, and trying to get everybody to stop the bullshit, that didn't matter. The way Latino women, black women 7%, white women 53%. What the fuck is y'all thinking? The way he disrespect women, and 50-some% of y'all in some of these demographics voted for him? Really? Okay. We just gonna have to live with it. He want to cut Social Security. Don't some of y'all got grandparents and parents and aunties and uncles that depend on their Social Security? When he cut that shit and they start moving in with you, don't complain. Don't complain. Take that little room you got in there, put a little full-size bed in there so mama can come stay in there. Because you did that. You voted for him. And believed this bullshit. You voted for him and believed that he was eating cats and dogs and geese and shit. You did that. Yeah. You did that. Hey, you union workers that voted for him. When Elon Musk is in charge of negotiating y'all shit because he don't like unions, so you're going to try to get rid of the unions, you did that. You people on this list, especially women, that voted for him, y'all cool with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. being in charge of women's productive rights and women's health? You must be. You voted for it. You did that. God bless America. The people that's doing this shit for the right way and the right reasons, y'all stay up, man. Stay up. I'm Big Tone. I'm out.